branding and development, it's for nothing. So the first step is always, always, always know your consumer, know your market, know your industry, and we're going to get to this a little bit later. Branding, like I said, everything you do, everything you put on, everything you buy, everything about this can of Sprite was chosen for a reason, and so meticulously. From the color to the bubbles to what they choose to put, what words they put on the outside. If you don't think, if you thought someone was just like, oh, let's make a can of Sprite, what do you want to put on it? Well, let's put our logo and, oh, it's Sprite Zero, but, so, let's put our logo and maybe some, no, this was probably years of development to get this can to what it is today, and there are reasons for that. Strategy, let's say Sprite Zero does a new iteration of the product, like Sprite Zero Plus, which is calcium or something, I don't know. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put that message. Like, you may not, you're relatively young, so you don't really necessarily care about calcium, you don't have osteoporosis. I mean, I don't know, this might be something I take into consideration, maybe not, because it's soda. So you have to think about, like, does it make sense to put my message online? Is that where my consumer is going to be? Should I put it up on a billboard on the side of the highway? Like, that's a ridiculous example because I don't think Sprite Zero Plus with calcium, is really the kind of thing that would be a difficult thing to try to market. But the point is, you can't just, you do your research, you know who you want to target, you've got this great product, but like, if you want to target 12 to 15-year-olds and you're putting your messages in bars, that's pretty senseless. So you have to think about the strategical placement of your branding. And then finally, ROI. Does anyone know what ROI stands for? Return on investment. With marketing, this is a little bit challenging. Unlike financial, where it's numbers. I mean, your return on investment is down to the percentage point, exactly calculatable. But with marketing, you have to predetermine what matters to you, so that at the end of the day, you can evaluate that campaign. Was my bar program that tried to target 12 to 15-year-olds really successful? Well, probably not, but if I had some strategic elements in place to check off a list, did I get any online registration? Did anyone sample my product? Like, if you had some things that you could use to determine whether or not it was successful, it makes it easier to launch another campaign, to do some kind of follow-up, to do research about what went wrong. So you need to have those things in place before you set out to do your campaign. And like I said, we're just going to take these through kind of step by step, and I'm not going to trip over cords. Does anyone, when you're getting to know your consumer in the marketplace, does anyone know the difference between qualitative and quantitative research?
What's qualitative?
Qualitative would be like consumer preferences, whether they like Coke or juice.
Exactly.
How do you conduct qualitative? What's the most common form of conducting qualitative research?
Interviews, personal interviews.
Personal interviews is a good one. What's another good one? What about in the back? Do you guys know?
Focus group.
Focus groups is a great thing. How do you conduct a focus group? Go ahead. There's no wrong answer. Trust me, in marketing, there are no wrong answers.
I'm sorry, what is a focus group?
How do you conduct one?
No, she wants to know what.
Oh, what is a focus group? A focus group is a group of individuals who are your target consumers, who you want to test the information about and get their insights and get their opinion on any aspect of your product. So it could be from the color of the logo down to your message, down to whether or not the product is even necessary. So, do you think there's a sort of set way of doing a focus group?
Service.
No, there is. It's a perfect answer because you can do a focus group in any way you want. A lot of our business is about teens and college students. I have a niece who's in college. She's my one-person focus group. Now, people make fun of me for that because she goes to school in New Orleans, so she's a little jaded about stuff, and, she's a girl, so I can't really ask her about male products or anything like that. However, from a focus group standpoint, it could be one person or it could be an entire room. So it's a really critical element that you guys, as you start to go out with your